Okay, we are live. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We are gonna just keep rolling with major contest courses. Next up, we have Grangers with Abelentop? Abelentop? I'm bad at pronouncing course names. I'm gonna butcher everybody's courses. It's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna call it Abel, because why not? Let's move that mouse cursor out of the way. Now, if I remember correctly, this also made the top 16. Yes, it did. Alright. Every course you can't pronounce appropriately is an auto DQ? Well, if that was true, then we'd only have like 4 courses in the contest that made the cut. And also we would get really boring course names, which, as you all know, I have strong opinions on course naming. I'd rather have some stuff that I can't pronounce than have Cedar Creek or whatever for every course name. A little bit of pizzazz is a good thing in course names. So you'd be against Golf Club? Exactly. I mean, just a little bit, yeah. Oh, there was one course name way back that I loved, that I thought was really funny. It was like TPC Royal Golf Club or something like that. And it's just like, those are all like there's no name there. There's just prefixes and suffixes to a name, and there's no actual name. Like, you know, of course it's TPC something, or Royal something, or something Golf Club. And if you named it TPC Royal Golf Club, there's no name in it. Oh, the country club links at Golf Club Downs. Exactly, that sort of thing. I'm sorry, Granger. We're only 3 playthroughs in, and I'm already losing focus. So, like, we've already been pretty light on actual like golf course critiques on these playthroughs, and I think we're already starting to dive into the loopy off-topic streams where I just play a round of golf and just ramble about other stuff. Hey, there you go. McTrees, it already exists. It's called Digos. I guess we just took GSYOD and we did an anagram of it, so that's what Digos is. For those of you who didn't know where that name came from, that's, you know, it's meant to be a dick punch, so hence the name. Let's see. Like I like this course so far. It's quite solid, but again, it's the, you know, it made the top, you know, the top 16 cut. So, you know, obviously it does a lot of things right, but like, again, it's one of those where I've played this one and I have almost no recollection of it. Now, that's kind of true of a lot of the courses that I've judged so far, because I had to do it quickly at the last minute and just kind of sped reviewed all of them. But I find that this one didn't leave, like, at least I could picture a couple shots or spots or details from all the other courses, and this one I just really didn't have any recollections of. Like, it's quite good, but it doesn't really wow me either. Like, it is a solid, very good golf course with like an environment that is nice but doesn't stand out, and like there's just it's thoroughly good, but it's not like, I'm just not finding it great in any particular areas so far. You know, which maybe you know, kind of the people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Like, you know, this is coming from the world's champion of building like solid, inoffensive but forgettable golf courses. Ben, how's it going? for Brentwood, Sourgrass, TPC Fantasy Island, TPC at Twin Towers Lake V2. Oh, these are all great names. Hey, there we go. So yes, especially now that I'm getting into the, the loopier, struggling to stay focused part of these contest streams. Like, I think there's just gonna be a lot of me playing through this course and going like, yeah, it's fine. Like, there's, again, I think it's a little light in tournament atmosphere, or just, like I don't want to say it's light on atmosphere in general, but it's again, like, it doesn't do anything wrong. I think I'm coming off harsher than I'm intending to. Man, I am just almost making every chip today on this course. You like the planting, the lighting just dulls it for me. Actually, yeah, like, I was struggling to put my finger on why, like, visually this course is just kind of, like, doesn't quite do it for me. And I think it might be the lighting. Also, just, like, I appreciate the, like, there's kind of an extensive clubhouse area, but it's just, like, it's a little light on detail and personality. Where we have this building that's this 3 pubs smashed together, that's the same building, and then a stock clubhouse dropped in with the pre-made parking spots all nestled in an array. Like, again, it is a serviceable clubhouse area, but like for a design contest, it's just lacking a little in personality, I think. Again, we do get some kind of tournament atmosphere here, but again, there's nothing wrong with the way it's done on this course, but it also, like, it lacks some of the shine that some of the other courses are coming up with in terms of, like, building interesting, like, unique or tournament areas that really fit into the environment. Whereas this feels like, yeah, I built a course and then I put some stands on the side of it. And yeah, I think so, between, like, some of the stuff just being, like, a little plain, and then I think, yeah, maybe just the very kind of muted lighting, kind of dulling a little bit of the visuals from the course. I think that might be part of why it's just kind of not standing out to me as much visually. I like this little touch with the kind of stairs through the sandy area. I think it's well done. Like, again, like, that's a nice detail touch that I would love to, like, that gives a course a little bit of personality that I'd love to see more of. Again, I like this spot for a green complex, but again, it just comes off as some, like it almost feels incomplete. Like, you have a cool green site that you have worked up, and then you sketched in the green surface and that's it. Like, not that it necessarily needs more surfaces and stuff, but it, like, playing this, it feels like a first draft of a whole to me, if that makes sense. Or it's just like, oh yeah, like, this is me testing to make sure that the whole functions, and like, the playing idea works, of like, oh yeah, this is the concept I'm going for, and then you do another pass to kind of, dress it up and make it feel more complete type thing. And again, and part of that might just be the, like, choosing not to have a fairway fringe or around the greens, or using any light rough. Like, none of these decisions on their own really like are bad things. Like there's plenty of courses that, you know, that don't use light rough. But I think just the combination of all of the decisions that this course made just kind of makes it feel visually a little incomplete. That being said, I'm not the biggest fan of doing straight green into heavy rough transitions. I get that it's a major contest and, like, you know, the margins need to be thinner and whatnot. But, let's see. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by random chat comments. Also, like, I like the, you know, planting in the bunkers is fine, but with the muted lighting, it really makes, like, the burned out texture that happens sometimes way more apparent. It's just, like, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't help the visuals either. It's something to kind of keep an eye on and avoid, probably. Oh, yeah, I keep getting sidetracked, going into the heavy rough around the greens. It's not an issue, but like I feel like this course is already struggling to be hard enough. So it's, you know, like making the fringes around the greens harder isn't really making up for the fact that like most of the drives have been kind of automatic in this. Like it's not, those aren't bad things. It's just not a plat major thing. Like I haven't really had to think too hard about any of the tee shots. Ooh, there we go. And considering, like, it's always hard to say, and I think this is just a always drive this green. There's not any reason I wouldn't. Again, it's not a CC course. Like, it's certainly a long course, but I'm also not finding this one terribly difficult either. So I think my takeaway from this one is that it's a lovely course. Like, again, I like the way that this hole is framed, or this green is framed. This is a nice little touch. Again, I think this is like the first green, you know, like kind of visual spot that jumped out at me of like, ooh, I like this. I haven't disliked anything. Get in. Oh. I think all of my feedback's really just going to boil down to like everything on this course is serviceable. There's nothing that's bad. It's perfectly fine. But, you know, it's the, like, as, you know, like, it made the cut. Like, obviously it's a good golf course. But, you know, now it's having to go up against some really great golf courses. And I don't, like, this one to me just doesn't feel like it stands out in the kind of thin air crowd that it finds itself in now. But I don't need to like keep hammering that point because I feel like I'm just gonna come off as being harsher to this course than I intend because it's just like I don't dislike anything about it. It's a perfectly good golf course. But it's not like it's just not a contest winning golf course. We'll just kick that one in. I mean, I think all the playthroughs today are very much going to be on the short side. Which is honestly okay by me, because if I could get 5 or 6 of these done today and then have maybe one more session of these left, then that's okay by me. And honestly, I've been doing them in order of signups. So I just happened to get a patch that had Crizzy, Heisenberg, and Granger all in a row. So like, hey, 3 people who made the cut back to back. Like, obviously, there's not a whole lot of critiques needed there. Like, this is making it real easy on me. We doing Geyser next? The name of the club based on hours spent. Yeah, that again, that's maybe not boding well for the when you need to advertise that you've spent less than 30 hours on it or whatever the number was. Like, I mean, I've done that for sure. You can build a decent golf course if you're really efficient in that amount of time, but you're not going to build a world beater in 30 hours. That's just not how that works. So we will see. Again, if anyone could pull it off, I think it's Geyser. Or Petty or Ben. Like, there's some really good, efficient designers that I think could potentially pull it off. Yeah, we might be getting into that one next. Let me see. No, I have Widow's Den next for no goal. Or did I do that one already? I'm not the most organized. Like, I think, you know, I've tried to keep track of all of the ones I have and haven't done. I feel like I've done that one, but I'm not positive. Again, with judging and all of these other things, they all kind of blend together a little bit. So, but anyways, thank you, Granger, for the course. You know, again, really solid entry. Doesn't leap out at me in any particular way. In a lot of ways, it's just like, it's there. It is a perfectly good golf course that I'd love to see on tour, but it's not going to stand out to me in this contest field either. It had a triple green around a bunker. I mean, again, I've played it. Oh, yeah, I know which one this is. Yeah, I don't think I've done a video of that one. I think I'm confusing it with one of the other contest ones. But yeah, so we'll do that one next. Anyways, we are going to cut this video here. And then we'll hop back in. So for those of you in chat, we'll talk to you in a sec. For those of you watching back on YouTube, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.